This is exciting. The gang back together again.
You're late.
So are you.
Sorry, come on, band camp. If anyone ever needed a free high-end sex toy, it's you.
It's really, really nice to come back. You realise how much heavy lifting you do in the first series in terms of establishing characters and story arcs.
Hi, Robin.
Did those flowers just say hello?
We have 6 fantastically funny, darkly funny scripts.
We get to dive and delve a lot deeper now with the characters.
I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Series 1 very much revolved around Robin. This time, he's wanted to show what happens with those other characters around her, which I think will inform the audience really why they've ended up the way they are as people.
We've got a whole exciting bunch in Series 2.
Our cast this year, his first drafts, had gone up from 65 last year to 90.
We've got Sam Neill playing Caroline's ex-husband, who is Paulson's name, Jane Horrocks. We have Daniel Day Kim, and we have Martha Plimpton.
I'm sorry I was such a horrible mother. I just wasn't built for it.
At the end of the first season of FLACK, Robin has basically torpedoed her friendship with Eve, her relationship with Sam, and her sister has kind of just had enough. So she's kind of in a place where she has no one and nothing left. And she has focused all of her addictive personality energy into, you know, being like working out a ton, and she's working really hard to try to mend the fences. You will see Robin doing her best to try to make things right with Eve. I believe we got them to go along with that.
Well, you have a talent in deceit, my dear.
She betrayed her, and it doesn't mean that they will never be friends again, but it's going to be a very difficult journey back.
It's really fraught at the beginning because they haven't had any kind of closure. They haven't addressed what happened. And neither of them are, I suppose, it's not necessarily in their emotional skill set to do that at the beginning of this series, or ever. But this series feels like it's sort of like finding Robin again for Eve.
You know, with a limited schedule and budget, we weren't able to fly to America to shoot the scenes with Anna and her mother in New York. We cheated those by filming in a restaurant in Battersea and an apartment in Hackney, which doubled really well for Brooklyn.
Honestly, recreating New York is one of those things, as someone who lived in New York for a very long time, I'm always a bit sort of skeptical about how it's going to actually look, but we found a bit of a park that, you know, you really wouldn't know.
We had a fire hydrant, though.
And a trash can.
We had a garbage can, that was good.
The acting side of it, that's what I've been doing for years and years, so that's kind of like a little bit of a treat for me.
American Mike, who was a very odd, eccentric, but strangely sort of smart and warm character that kind of has nothing to do with Robin's life, but feels sort of more relaxed in front of, because she doesn't sort of have to put up her face and her front.
How are you?
Boy, I'm just about as happy as a pig in shit.
It's interesting because Melody is actually okay. It's Melody. I used to work here for like 2 months. And then I left, and now I'm back. I'm excited to play Melody growing up a bit and like give her a bit more grit, because she's got it there.
How do you feel about working for MPPR?
When's the interview?
That was it.
She also is
So do you want it or not?
making a friend in Eve.
She just doesn't really have a place for how she feels about Melody. She doesn't, so she thinks she's like bullying her, and then she's like a sort of like boarding school dynamic of like the younger kid. So, but that's how they relate, but the feelings are, yeah, she's very affectionate towards her, but doesn't really know how to, what to do with those feelings yet.
God, I wish I could date a gazillionaire. You're his pretty woman.
Pretty Woman is about a prostitute.
Oh. Still.
Why are you dressed like you're about to show me where the exits are?
We see Robin and Ruth trying to sort of patch things up, and they're both doing their bit and trying, but Ruth's got her own struggles and her own issues that come to light.
Nothing. Teddy was up all night. I need some sugar. She has gone through season 1, kind of having people underestimate her and lie to her and hide things from her and protect her from truths that they think are too hard for her to handle. And so season 2 is a bit of Ruth taking her power back.
I think we were all keen to make sure that the brilliant female production crew and technical crew that are out there got an opportunity to come and work on the show.
We're almost hitting 50-50 by 2020 with this season of FLACK. I think we've hit 48% in terms of female to male crew ratio.
Our first block is being directed by an extraordinary woman named Alicia MacDonald.
When I first met her and she pitched for the job, one of the things she said was, I want to just knock the edges off the gloss a bit from series 1. And she had quite a clear vision for that and wanting to bring more pace and dynamism generally to it, and that really appealed to us.
I absolutely adore her, and it's really exciting, you know, on a sort of personal level to have women behind the camera. I love it. And also my husband's directing a couple of the episodes of Block 2 along with Ollie, so, you know, we're giving the boys a little bit of a chance to come and play too.
The directing I'm super excited about, directing episode 4, which focuses around Caroline and Eve. For me, Eve and Caroline, as they're both such kind of iconic characters.
You get to be a wife or a mistress, Eve, not both. At least these women pretend to have class.
Really beautifully written. Ollie's so clever at that. He's sort of opened the trapdoor underneath each character and been like, this is what's in the basement in this series.
So a lot of it is about deconstructing that and sort of seeing behind that curtain.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure? Yeah, I need to get dressed.
It's quite a treat just being able to come back to a character, I think.
Caroline, there's someone in your
Yes,
office.
I can see that. At this time, coming back to Caroline, is that you get to see a little bit more about how she's become who she is, and you get to see, you know, another side to her, other than a kind of ferocious boss.
Very proud of you. What you did. You know that.
She's more multifaceted in this series.
We're on. The eagle has left the nest.
Christ.
Oh, fuck! I have to go.
They think I could be the palatable face of the far right.
That does not sound like a good thing.
Whoa, what did you do?
Robin!
If there is a problem in my office, I will smell it.
So, how do we get them all to play ball?
How do we ever get anyone to play ball?
Give them what they want. Well, what do they want?
Where do they find these fucking snowflakes?